Hi, I'm Josh, and this is my review for Sepultura's Quadra. Well, I've listened to all of the early Sepultura, from Schizophrenia to a little bit of Roots. Not a lot after that, to be perfectly honest. Little to none. So, going into this album, I was a little bit sort of tentative just to think, what's it going to sound like without Max and Igor Cavalera. And I think Andreas Keys had done a fantastic job with this album. He wrote it pretty much all himself, with a little bit of help from Eloy Casagrande. But he wrote it all himself, and it sounds fantastic. It's a brilliant album. I think the standouts on the album is Isolation, Ally, and In the Pentagram. It's because for three different reasons. Isolation, because it's the kind of track that they used at the very beginning of the album cycle. It was the first released song, and it is a really cool opener. It really shows what this album's about. And then Ali is just some really heavy stuff. Probably the heaviest song on the album. Some really cool riffs. Really cool usage of Andreas's guitar ability. And in the Pentagram, which I think is the best song on the album. The way he just created that song, all instrumental, Andreas showing what he can do on the guitar, his songwriting ability, really put to the front there. And then the other good tracks off the album, I think Guardians of Earth is really good, and The Last Time, that is really cool, and Capital Enslavement with the traditional Brazilian sound at the beginning of the song, really cool. And then Fear, Pain, Chaos and Suffering, that is a really cool song to end the album with. Very different compared to other Sepultura songs, and it's got Emily Barretto from Far From Alaska doing vocals on that song. Really cool dynamic between her and Derek Green. I think Derek Green's vocals overall was pretty good. Really enjoyed his vocals. Although I think Autumn and Agony of Defeat are probably the weakest songs on the album. Just haven't really grafted to them as much as the rest of the album. But I think that's about it. It does fall away with them two songs. The rest of the album's super consistent, really awesome, and then it just, at the end of the album, just falls away, which is a shame. But, you know, Fear, Pain, Chaos, Suffering is at the end of the album. That's kind of brings it all back again. My overall score for this album is a 9 out of 10. Very close to perfection, but the consistency at the end of the album just wasn't there. Just wasn't there. But I think overall instrumentation, Andreas's guitaring always is fantastic. And it also shows his songwriting to be just as good, if not better than his guitaring at times, especially on some of them songs such as The Pentagram and Guardians of Earth. Some of his guitar riffs and solos and that songwriting ability is just out of this world. And yeah, Derek Green's vocals is really good. You'll have to let me know other albums of Derek Green's era in Sepultura for me to listen to. Some of the best ones. I think this could be one of the best Sepultura albums ever, but we'll have to see. Alright, so that's it. My next one will be Titans of Creation by Testament. That might be out next week. don't know, maybe the week after, I don't know. But see you again. Keep it metal.